What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well on this, rather dreary Sunday afternoon. Galway County 23, and welcome to this week's Blu-ray update. So yeah, another bit of a subdued week this week. I've got 5. I've got 6 titles, including some that I got in my Out and About video, which I did on Monday, and 3 horror films. So it's a bit horror-centric this week. Got half being horror films, and yeah, there's not much more to say, so let's get on with it. So the first thing, I'll leave the horror things for last, is a film I watched last night that again I got in the Out and About on Monday. It is Mr. Turner, directed by Michael Lee, starring Timothy Spall as JMW Turner. And the film basically, I think, is about 25 years in kind of the later life of the world-renowned artist, and kind of his relationships with different people, like his housekeeper, and kind of different artists, and the Royal Academy of Arts that he was a part of as well. But yeah, incredibly made film. It's not one of those films that I could kind of like just stick on at any time. You need to kind of set aside the time to watch it. It's quite an involving film. It's also one of the films that I wouldn't watch maybe like more than 3 or 4 times a year. It's which is the only real kind of thing against it, is it's not just an easy breeze of a watch, really. And I've also recently found out that the US release will have basically all this has, the only special feature this has is a making of the film, which is a half an hour, which is a good documentary or good featurette, but it's not enough basically. And there's an Amazon exclusive DVD, but I'm not really that bothered about picking that up. But I found out that the US edition will have a commentary and a couple of extra featurettes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the disc of this, because I really like the packaging. It's a gorgeous slipcover. I've shown it off numerous times this week, but it's really, really nice. You've got kind of spot gloss on the paint and all the characters, and then you've got kind of a slightly debossed title with a gold lettering, and on the back you got all that stuff. Could have done without a couple of the star ratings could have been taken off, which would have been a bit better, but it is what it is. But I really like the packaging, but the disc isn't as good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell the disc, because I honestly don't think that I'm going to watch this film again before the US release comes out. So I'm going to sell the disc and just kind of buy the US disc and stick this in this edition. So yeah, really, really good film. Definitely recommend it. It's not going to be for everyone, I understand, but it's very Michael Lee-ish. So if you've seen kind of any of his films, you'll kind of appreciate it for what it is. So that's, yeah, Mr. Turner. And the next one is a very cheap pickup. I picked up from HMV Zavvi even, sorry. I think it's about just under £4.50, which is about as much as I want to pay for this. And it's a Zavvi exclusive Blu-ray, and it's the only other Blu-ray as well as Open Grave that has the kind of the numbering on the spine and a slipcover. I'm not sure whether they're going to do any more, but for some reason at the moment there's only 2 of them that actually comes like this, and it is called The Great British Train Robbery. The Great British Train Robbery: A Tale of Two Thieves, which is a documentary that kind of there's a like a train heist that happened like years and years ago. I don't know exactly what year it was, and it basically kind of catches up with one of the guys who was involved with it, who's been, I think he got about 30 years for it, and then now he's living in Spain or somewhere. And it's kind of a documentary about his life and how they pulled this train robbery off. It's an interesting watch. It's very short. It's only an hour and 10 minutes. That's not including credits. I think it's like an hour and 11 something minutes. So it's an okay film. It's nothing I'd watch many times in the future, really. But yeah, it comes with quite a nice slipcover, that kind of that matte finish kind of thing on, and then it's just the disc. Yeah, I mainly got this because it is the Zavvi exclusive. But if that and Open Grave are the only 2 that have the numbering on it, there's not much point in getting the rest of them. But it is number 2, where Open Grave is number 1, or Open Graves, whatever it was called. But yeah, I did like the kind of the way they did it. It also kind of intercuts with, well, actually 2 things. Intercuts with kind of this actor kind of giving accounts of this guy, like it's him, like when he was younger, and he's kind of like giving stories of what his life was like. Then you've also got it also intercuts with this guy. Basically, they had an inside man, an Irish guy, who kind of, I think, kind of either set up the thing or kind of or dobbed him into the police. I can't remember exactly what happened. And it's kind of the producers trying to find this guy to kind of ask him, is this the right guy? Which is kind of cool. I did like that kind of artistic flourish, if you like. So yeah, it's an okay watch. I think probably on Netflix soon, or if not already. But yeah, it's just one watch for me really, so I might even sell this on. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, and the last thing I'll show that I also got on my out and about video is a film that I watched that night, and it is Pride. I still stick by my original kind of review, is that I didn't really find it hilariously funny, but I did like it for what the film was. It basically tells a story of it's basically based on a true story of the what was it, LG, no, well, it was Lesbians and Gays Support Them, LGSM, Lesbians and Gays Support the Minors, and it's basically about these guys who, well, are lesbians and gays. Is that the right word to say? Well, are lesbians and are gay. Basically, they are kind of collecting money to support the miners for the miners' strike. Kind of like I don't know exactly what it is, but basically, people aren't getting enough money or any money at all. So they kind of raise money for these people, and then they kind of go to visit these people to see what their life is like, and kind of the how different characters affect different people, and how the kind of the prejudice against gay people kind of took over the town. And there's kind of a couple of like villain-like characters in there that eventually get won over. But it's just a really well-made film. It's I was kind of surprised to find that it was written by the guy who played Ivan Plapp in A Nathan Barley, which I still laugh at to this day. He's just like, it's kind of weird because they kind of had him in the kind of the featurette that has on this have on this disc, but and it's like, it kind of looked like him, but I couldn't tell if it was him because he put like a load of weight on, since 2005, which is understandable. And I was trying to think, is that him? That looks on IMDb, and it was him, and it just made me laugh out loud. I don't know why. But yeah, really good film, really well written, some great characters in there. But yeah, like I say, it's not as funny, kind of hilariously, uproariously funny as some people thought it was. Or people thought it was. But I really did like it though. Got a really nice slipcover. I've done an unboxing of this, but I'll just kind of it's got that spot gloss on the thing, but with a kind of a matte finish. Then on the back there's a spot gloss on the pictures as well. So yeah, it's a nice slipcover. Also comes with the ultraviolet code, which I'll be sticking on eBay probably. Yeah, not much more to say about this. Great cast as well. Actually, I should mention that. Got Bill Nighy, Mel Staunton, got Ben Schnetzer, Joe Gilgan, George McKay, Monica Dolan, Dominic West, Andrew Scott. A really good cast of diverse kind of actors. But yeah, really good film, and yeah, definitely recommend it. So that's Pride. And yeah, let's get on to the horror titles for this update. And the first one is a Zavvi exclusive, and now it's available on DVD everywhere, but only at Zavvi you can get it on Blu-ray, and it is Clown. Not sure what I really think about this film. It basically, the basic plot of it is there's a kid's birthday party, and basically the clown that they get got cancelled or was running late. So what the kid's father does, he puts on this clown costume he finds at this old guy's house. Basically, he's like an estate agent, and they kind of do up old houses. And he finds this clown costume in a kind of a crate, and he puts it on, and the costume kind of starts fusing itself to his body, and he kind of turns into this murderous clown that wants to eat children. It started off not very good. I thought that it was trying to become like a horror comedy, which didn't work whatsoever. But as a straight up horror film, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's not going to win any awards or anything, but I honestly think the best thing about this was the special effects. The creature design on this was absolutely amazing. I don't know how they did it, if it was all CGI. Well, it can't have been all CGI, or how much was CGI and how much was kind of like costume and makeup and stuff. But amazing special effects, really good, top-notch stuff. At least for a kind of a lower budget film. And yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't have any special features on it, which is a bit of a downer. And also, it cost more than it kind of cost more than I wanted it to, and also I have a suspicion that they have more. That basically Zavvi was selling this for like 500 copies each, but I have a suspicion that they have more than that. I mean, again, I always say about Zavvi, they're all liars. They don't tell the truth whatsoever. They say they've sold out of something and they haven't, but that's for another video. But yeah, really good special effects, like I said. Yeah, I was kind of watching the film and I was kind of racking my brains because the guy who plays kind of the main guy, what's his name, Andy Powers. So it's like I was watching, I was thinking, I recognise this guy from somewhere, but I cannot think where. I thought, was he in one of the Final Destination films, was some kind of horror film? But then I figured it out. He was what's his name? Basically, he's one of Schillinger's Prags in Oz, and I was thinking, man, is that him? I was racking my brains, and that's who he was. I can't remember what his name was. Oh, Franklin Winthrop, that was it. From Oz, he was one of Schillinger's Prags. But obviously that was like years and years ago, so it looks a little bit different now. And he also got Peter Stormare was pretty. He was cheesy, but at the same time, just the right amount of cheesiness to kind of pull it off. I'm a big fan of Peter Stormare. I think he's a great character actor. He just needs that breakout role, I think, but really, really good. So it was okay. I would recommend a rental first, maybe, because I mean, even I kind of begrudge paying 14 quid for this. I might even stick it on eBay because I know Hughes in 1974 or 1973 sold this for 22 quid on eBay, so I might even do that because the fact that it's quite, well, we'll say that it's quite rare, but you still can buy it on the Zavvi website. But it's just a disc. Like I say, no special features. The transfer is pretty good though. There's the back. But yeah, it was decent enough, but I don't think, if I would watch it again, it wouldn't be anytime soon. But yeah, that is Clown. The last two titles are the a couple of the newest parts of the slasher collection from 88 Films, and the first one to show off is Mother's Day. Now I kind of knew about this film from kind of being a fan of Trauma. I mean, I knew that it was kind of a Trauma film, and also of course I did the 2010 remake, which was all right. But yeah, so I was kind of aware of it, but I never kind of known if it was any good. And I can safely say it is very, very good. For a low-budget kind of trauma horror film, it is surprisingly well made and surprisingly smart. There's actually strong characters in this. They're not just kind of just slasher fodder, really. They're strong characters. You get their kind of the character development is very good. You get their kind of character backgrounds, how they're very, very different. There's like one that's basically there's three women who were in the same sorority in a college, and basically kind of starts off with them in college. Well, it has like a little scene of them in college, and then it kind of fast forward to about 30 years or something, I think. No, maybe 20 years, and it kind of every year they kind of like have a big reunion, and this time they go to so basically one of this is like this like really well off kind of rich person who's having loads of parties and stuff. And then there's this kind of, well, for want of a better word, nerd, I guess, who lives with her kind of verbally abusive mother or father, because the person who plays the character's, well, not this mother, but the character's mother sounded very much like a man, and yes, there's kind of a physically verbally abusive mother, and one who is kind of having a troubled relationship with her boyfriend. So yeah, you get actual character development. I mean, how many trauma films can say that they actually have actual character development, and you really care about these characters? Like I say, they're not just there to be killed off, and a few of them don't get killed off. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but the ending could have been a bit better. I think it kind of well, not the very ending, like the very last shot was really, really surprising, but kind of the kind of pre-ending, I suppose, wasn't as good as it could be, I thought, but it's quite interesting how they killed one character off. I'm not going to go into spoiler territory, but yeah, really, really well made. You got the back there. You got quite a few special features. You got a kind of commentary with the director and I think all the producers or something. Got some intros, featurettes and stuff. So yeah, really good package. and I still really like these thin red cases. It is number 2 in the Slasher collection. And then it has a little booklet and also the disc, and then the reversible. It's not reversible artwork. Isn't that different? It's just basically the same artwork, but with without the ratings or with the ratings logos on. But yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Probably on YouTube, to be honest. But the transfer on this was pretty damn good. Probably the best transfer I've seen on one of these slasher classics so far. Graduation Day, I wasn't the biggest fan of the transfer on that, but this one is very, very good. Obviously, nighttime scenes have quite a bit of grain on them, and there is still some kind of print damage, but it's kept to a, well, acceptable minimum. But yeah, really recommend this one. Definitely pick it up. It's still $8.99 HMV. I know it's sometimes quite hard to get hold of. I know I had to wait a couple of weeks for this to come to IHMV. So hopefully I can get Don't Go to the Woods Alone, hopefully soon. But we'll see, I suppose. But yeah, really recommend it. Also, special feature on this is a kind of a little recap, a kind of what they're doing now kind of thing with director Charles Kaufman. And this guy, I was shocked to see how much of this guy is an absolute spitting image of his brother. From the only difference I can find is the fact that Charles Kaufman has a bit of a longer head. I know that's or maybe a bigger head, but the mannerisms, the voice, the way, like I say, the way he talks, the way he walks is exactly like his brother Lloyd. Is absolutely uncanny. Honestly, if I kind of closed my eyes and kind of heard them both talking, I wouldn't be able to tell which is which I thought was a really cool thing to see. I don't know if he does. I know he. I don't know if Charles Kaufman directed any more films, but I know he now owns like a bakery and stuff. But yeah, really, really good special features and a really, really good film. Highly recommended. It is a bit cheesy, but again, it's kept to a minimum. But it works for what the film is, which I really like. So yeah, that is Mother's Day. And the last title, and the second of the slasher classics, is Slaughterhouse. This one I did quite like as well. It has more of a kind of a Chainsaw Massacre vibe than any of the others. And basically, the story of this is there's a kind of a guy who owns a slaughterhouse, which is not doing very good business. It's very dilapidated, and basically there's these guys who want to buy him out, kind of buy the place. I think it's either change it into flats. And basically he has this really big kind of overweight. Son of his who's well, for want of a better word, mentally retarded, I guess, and kind of his father kind of puts him on a mission to kill all these people who wants to kind of buy his land. And meanwhile there's a bunch of kids who are filming kind of like a horror movie, and they happen to pick this slaughterhouse, and kind of the guy called Buddy, he kind of gets confused and starts killing them off as well. But yeah, really good special effects in this for the time. It is 80. Okay, doesn't look bloody silent. 1987. So it was pretty good. Nothing outstanding, I didn't think. It was an effective shocker though. As like I say, there's some good violence in this. The blood is now one thing I would say about Mother's Day is the blood is quite well, maroon, but with this it's more realistic, if that is if you can say that for a horror film of this type. But yeah, it's a really good. I do like the artwork on this. Again, $8.99 HMV. You can't go much wrong at that. Not as much special features on this. More kind of featurettes, and I think there's like it's quite a lot of them don't have much audio on them. I think. Yeah, the transfer on this was good, but it could have been a bit better. I think. Again, there was quite a lot of print damage, and the noise did tend to spike quite a bit in some scenes, mostly the nighttime scenes. But yeah, it got a very creepy, like I say, Chainsaw Massacre type of vibe, which I really, really liked. And so yeah, and again they have the disc. Again, the reversible artwork is just basically the front without the ratings logos. So yeah, what else was I going to say? But yeah, we want to say highly recommend. But if you've seen the film, I'd definitely give it an upgrade because it looked pretty damn good. If you haven't seen the film, I'd suggest maybe probably a rental first as well. Yeah, that's it, and that is it for my update. So yeah, again, a smaller update this week. I don't know how much stuff I'm getting next week. I am planning to get the Imitation Game, which I still haven't seen, and I'll be picking up the Sainsbury's exclusive of Fury if they've still got some. I think they will do, because there's still some copies of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes exclusives. Apart from that, I don't know what else comes out, well, that I'll be buying at least. A lot of things I can wait till they're down in price. Yeah, so some decent titles in there. Like I say, I will be selling the disc of Mr. Turner. I'm waiting for the US disc as well. And that'll about do. So thanks, as always, for watching this update. There'll be another one next week. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.